name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who thought they were really cute, thought they were really clever, felt like they could just kind of be selective with you in terms of what they told you or even what part of the story they shared or confirmed with you. But we have knowledge and rejection. So I don't know if it's like a hey girl or hey girly kind of message, or if you did a little bit of research, or maybe a best friend did a little bit of research, but you find out the truth about somebody. You acknowledge that that's a truth you don't really want to be connected to. And now this person's getting a little uppity because they were pretty confident that you weren't going to reject them, or pretty confident that you were going to believe the lies that they were telling you. But you're too smart for that. And I like that about you. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And you can also find a link to my Etsy site if you are interested. Homemade soy candle. Are you okay? Let's see. What should we start off with? I think we need the Soul Cat Tarot. So let's see why this person was trying to keep this information from you. What was it that we found out? Lovers in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who said that they chose you. But either they chose someone else first and then got rejected, or they're not actually focused on you and they still have a roster. But there's information here that has validated for you that the person that you were dealing with, they were trying to make it seem like, oh, you're the only one, or you're the one I chose, or I could never, get distracted by someone like that. They lied. You got proof. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Swords and the Six of Swords in the reverse. I see two people rejecting the same person, one after another. So this feels to me like I know you've been seeing that person, or I know that you're still talking to your ex. This is like they're so mad because they thought that they had set themselves up to always have like a back burner option. And you were like, no, 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 no. That's just not going to do. So Six of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's realizing, I don't get to hang out with you or the backup option. I don't get to have a little roster because they figured it out. Hello, Matt. I hope you're having a good day. If you need me to do some, pull some cards for you, feel free to add your request to Super Chat. Otherwise, I'm sending you protective energy. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? What else do we have? Hello, Hermit. How are you doing? We have Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. They thought they were going to be the one to choose like what they wanted from a group of people or a roster. And instead, they're basically waking up to the fact that they don't get to choose at all. They don't have any choices because, I don't know, maybe they did one of those things where they sent out like a text message to multiple people and like called themselves out. But I feel like they're getting dumped or blocked by multiple people at the same time. Hello, Harley. How are you doing? Hello, Trevor. Hello, Jaya. Let's not make assumptions. You don't know who I am. Okay? So let's not do that. Matt, please let's not get creepy. We are less than 5 minutes in. So I'm going to ask you to be respectful in the live chat or I'm going to block you, okay? Trevor, this is a general reading. If you would like me to do a personal question for you after the general reading, you can put your question in a super chat, and I put you on a list, and then that will be in about 30 minutes, a little bit less. Hello, Rachel. How's it going? Hello, Akshay. How you doing? Go ahead and put that in a super chat, Paul, and I will tackle that for you after the general reading. Hello, how's it going, Lemonade? Hey, Mohammed, that doesn't matter to you. Hello, Musk, how are you doing? What's up, Grant? Hello, Toe, what's up? We've got the Star in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who really thought that they were like operating in the shadows, or no one was going to be able to figure them out. Maybe they have like a catfish account, or maybe they were on a dating app and claiming that they weren't. But they felt pretty confident they would be able to keep the truth of things away from everybody else. Not so much. Hello, Em. How are you doing? Hello, Gabriel. How are you doing? It's true, Lemonade. We've got the Seven of Swords. Their lies are being exposed. I feel like there's at least two people who were lied to by this person. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. And they thought they were going to be, you know, able to kind of control the narrative, or nobody would question what they said was truth. But we have someone who is willing to do a little bit of digging. Like, okay, that's nice. That's what you say. But like, I grew up watching Catfish. So I'm just going to do a little digging real quick and see if I can figure you out. We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Magician, and the Moon. You get underestimated. You really do. I don't know if you're just like, you look like really friendly, or maybe you're the kind of person who knows to kind of like walk that line of I'm smart, but I don't feel the need to like tell people I'm smart. But there's someone here who really thought that they were smarter than you, and whoops. Now they're realizing that you are much smarter than they gave you credit for, and you've figured out their secret. Not only that, somebody else has figured out that secret. So again, I feel like there's multiple rejections at the same time for the liar. But your energy has come through as the Magician and the Moon, so I feel like you are pretty good at investigations. You know how to get to the truth. This is the Egyptian Tarot. What else do we have? Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. What else? Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Wands is in the reverse. So we have someone who is bad at love. Why are they bad at love? Because they hide who they really are, or they wear a mask. They like to play games with people. I do feel like they have at least two people that they deal with simultaneously at all times. They want to always know that somebody's going to give them some attention. High Priestess, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the Magician in the reverse. Like, what I saw in my mind is somebody who's dressed in camouflage and like even has like the face paint to like blend into the wall, and it's like, I'm watching you. You might not know that I'm sitting here watching you, but I'm watching you. And I don't think this is creepy. Maybe to some it is, but this is like, you're figuring out why this person lied to you. I think it's more so like maybe a catfish or, hey, can you look up this account and see what you see? Because I'm pretty sure that they blocked me. Hello, Jordan. How are you doing? Hello, Manas. How are you doing? Casual Mike, that's not so, like, I'm just deleting it. You're not going to get, like, in a timeout, but, like, let's talk about stuff that's real, eh? Hello, Sharmaji. How are you doing? We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. They're getting rejected by multiple people. They had invested in multiple people at the same time. I really do feel like they're losing their mind here because it's like they built a sand castle and then a giant wave comes through, except for you're the wave and the castle was the roster. Like, no, but I worked so hard to get those people to be like obsessed with me. Hello, Alex. Nah, I'm good. But I hope you're having a good day. Six of Cups in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you were one of the more recent encounters for this person, or you were the newest addition to the roster. But you're not the type of person to just like ignore red flags. You figured it out, did a little bit of research. Eight of Swords, because this is somebody who feels like they're pretty smart. Maybe I've got somebody I flirt with at work. Maybe I got somebody that I flirt with in like the friend group. And then I find someone on the dating app, but I keep it compartmentalized so that they don't talk to each other, right? With that Eight of Swords, you've got the crocodile, like, or is it alligator, kind of caged. If that didn't stop you, you're like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry. Justice in the reverse. Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Page of Cups in the reverse. So maybe you have this calming energy about you. Maybe you are younger than this person. Maybe they felt like they were like better educated or something. But they really did feel like you were just going to accept whatever they told you as truth and not question it. But there's something here that didn't line up with that Justice in the reverse. I feel like they told you something one day, and then when you asked that same question or when that same subject came up, they said something different, and you're like, that's an interesting inconsistency that probably deserves a little bit of my attention. Let's do a little bit of digging and see what we can find out about that. This is the Graffiti Tarot. Hello, Vino. How are you doing? Pentacles, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Hermit. So they may have canceled plans on you. They may have, told you that they would give you a phone call, but that never happened. But there is something about backing out of plans or information not lining up that got you into this hermit mode where you're like, I think I need to learn a little bit more about you, and I don't trust you enough to give me honest answers. So I need to find this information out from somebody or something else. Hello, Monica. How are you doing? What else? Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. When you get comfortable with your intuition and discernment, I think it gets easier each time. radar goes off and you're more likely to trust it than question it. Even if you've invested in this connection or felt like, the first date went really well, or man, you got a lot in common, when that little, beep, 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 beep goes off, you're like, okay, we're going to take a look. I'm not going to blindfold myself and continue to date somebody when something feels off. I'm going to have to get to the bottom of it. Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups in the reverse. And that's when you find out that this is somebody who told you they were no longer dating another person or told you that they were focusing on you, but they lied. You find out the truth. And so does somebody else. It's more than just you. We have multiple rejections here because this person wasn't being honest about who they were dealing with. Ten of Wands, the Sun, and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. It could be that we have somebody who has left behind a hat, an earring, a note. But there is a clue, and I feel like also some conflicting comment from the person, the King of Pentacles in the reverse that you were dealing with. Does not have to be a man, by the way. And that is how you figure it out. You have this little enlightenment moment where you're like, okay, I think I know what's going on here. We could do a little bit of digging. Hello, Urban Walker. How are you doing? Hello, RKS. This is a tarot reading. It's a general reading. What else do we have? Knight of Cups in the reverse. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Eight of Swords in the reverse. You may have also found somebody's their main account. You may @ somebody with a picture so that everybody can see what's really going on. But I do feel like we have someone who's in a relationship or dating multiple people and lying about it. And that information is shared. And multiple people decide, okay, I don't want to deal with this person anymore because they're clearly lying. They don't want to be honest about it. Look, if you want to have a hot girl summer, you do you. But let's have the respect and dignity for other people's mental and physical health to be honest about the fact that you don't want to be committed to one person, or that you might be, enjoying a buffet, right? This is someone who is trying to be less than honest about who they were actually stimping. Hello, Hermione, how are you doing? Oh, I hope things get better for you, Urban Walker. Hello, Third Eye. We've got the Queen of Swords. Someone who's operating with insights, the information that helps them figure out, this is not somebody I want to continue to deal with. But when you make that decision, when you find out what this person is really up to, they're pissed at you. Maybe they can handle you walking out and not being interested in them anymore, but couldn't you leave the rest of my roster, please? Oh, so rude. Instead, I've got two people who are now, or more, who are now looking at this King of Pentacles in the reverse as a waste of time. Six of Cups in the reverse, because they couldn't let go of old habits. They didn't want to mature beyond how they used to handle things. This is the Green Witch Oracle. Hello, Betty. How are you doing? Wow, we have the moon again. Phases, cycles, and intuition. Your intuition is legit, is reliable, and it tells you not to trust this person or what they told you. And that's why you decide to do a little bit of digging. And we have bird, freedom, opportunity. So you and multiple people say, I don't want to deal with this person. They are clearly not wanting to focus on a long-term relationship, even if they said they were. Pine tree, vitality, longevity, perseverance, and harvest, determination, and hard work. So you let other people know too, just in case you were wondering, this person is in a talking stage or situationship with multiple people. You are not the only one. This is the Overthinker's Oracle. What else do we have? Starseed, sent from the cosmos. Are you a little bit of karma in human form? I do feel like there are people who underestimate you, and it's at their own peril. These are people who need to learn a lesson, and they feel like they can mess with you, and then they realize, oh no, this is like coming back on me. So we have spiritual connection, someone who feels like they're able to manipulate quite easily, and then they meet you, and you're like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to do anything and everything to win you back. This is someone who gets possessive and feels a little bit of entitlement in terms of relationships. But I do feel like they build up this idea of romance with multiple people at the same time. Kind of like if you were to plant a garden and you wanted to grow some carrots, you would plant seeds for multiple carrots. And then apparently, I learned this after I tried to grow carrots, you're supposed to take some of them out. Because otherwise you just end up with teeny tiny little carrots. This is somebody who is trying to plant seeds in multiple gardens. You take that for whatever you want. Hello, Lee. How are you doing today? What was the X thoughts on message? Think about message. Awesome. I've added that for you. Thank you, Lee. We have your love was true. This is someone who's going to try to love bomb you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do feel like you are a bit advanced comparatively. So there's probably like romantic competition that was not probably going to actually figure out who this person really was. The one that you have figured out, the one you've exposed, they should probably hate you according to their own little playbook. But there's something about your intelligence and the fact that you cannot be manipulated that makes them want you all the more. It's kind of like, I'm going to use a comparison to Twilight. Edward acts in the first, several chapters like disgusted by Bella, or like, oh, you smell bad. And yet he wants her so bad. This is going to be somebody who doesn't want somebody who can figure out their lies or perceive when they're being manipulated. But there's something about you that's so addictive, this person can't help but still want to be with you, even though you're exposing them for being a player. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Hello, music. I'm sorry to hear that, third eye. I hope that changes for you. We have everything you said was true. I just never admitted it. and unfaithful cheater. They like to get into relationships, but they don't take that seriously. They like to get involved with multiple people at a time, and they have their favorites, but they can't focus on just one person. This time, I promise you, my actions will match my words. I don't think I believe them. Look, if you want to, it's your life. You do what you want to, but I don't think you're going to believe them either. You can forgive this person and then still walk your happy elsewhere. You do not have to like lower your standards to be with this person. But I do feel like they're going to be dishonest. They'll give you part of the truth, but not all of the truth. I'm desperate for another chance. I know I owe you an apology, but we have unrequited love. I do feel like this is somebody who likes to create this atmosphere of mystery and I'm not quite yours to see who's willing to chase them romantically. But you have this way about you. You show people who they really are. And sometimes that means you say it to their face, and other times it's through your actions that actually forces them to look in the mirror and see what they've been getting into and how they are. I wish I could go back in time. I would have treated you better. Oh, that's sweet, honey. But since you don't have a time machine, and since you did what you did, I'm going to have to block you. I don't think this person has really learned their lesson. What's got them upset is they don't want to lose you. I do feel like they had a roster and you were at the top of it. But I'm sorry. You should be the only person this individual wants to be with. Like I said, if you want a hot girl summer or a hot guy summer, whatever, you do you. But I feel like this reading is for somebody who realized they were on a roster and they don't want to be on a roster. They don't have a roster of their own for a reason. Out here looking for something real. So if you are not also looking for something real, be gone. Hello, Trilobite. How you doing? We have, I love you so much, though I never expressed it. Be careful with this one. They're going to try to use that L word as a reason to get you to come back in or come back through or see them again. They're going to maybe even talk about being twin flames or, hey, we knew each other in a previous life. They're trying to control how you perceive the situation and how you perceive them, but it's all words, no actions. Are they actually changing? Are they working on themselves, or are they just able to say that they regret how they treated you? They want you to feel like they've gotten some good karma because they have admitted their problems, but you know, sometimes people have more than one problem. So they feel like they were tricked out of their blessings with you. And as such, they're going to tell you that they're leaving this karmic lifestyle behind and they want something real. They want that something real with you. But I don't think they're actually worthy. I don't notice how this misspelling might kind of look a little bit like whore. Just saying, I don't think that they've fully recovered from these tendencies or these unhealthy patterns, or possibly even just being very focused on whatever they want. I feel like they're just a little bit greedy. You too, third eye. Let's hope they do. Hello, user. Whose birthday is it? This is the Dead Inside deck. $404. Motivation not found. Can't even. This is someone who has been caught up right? They've been exposed. People see them as being a player, or they've been exposed for cheating or lying about having a roster, but they feel overwhelmed by the process of working on themselves. It's like, I, I got my clothes into the washer, but I didn't move them into the dryer, and I certainly didn't fold them or put them away. But I can tell everybody I did some laundry. I've been productive today. Does it really count if you're just going to leave it in the washer and then it gets all moldy because you didn't move it into the dryer? This person is not ready for a committed connection, but because they have lost their roster, they're trying to find a way to like glob onto you and make it seem like they're ready for commitment. Constantly exhausted, fatigued, drained, and hopeless. This is someone who may actually be an energy vampire. They do best when they have someone around that they can kind of mooch off of, or hey, do you mind finishing my laundry for me? Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? Oh, enjoy, Darnell. Anxiety or just too much coffee, restlessness, caffeine crash, and paranoia. I do also think that this is someone who's going to try to rebuild a bridge with you because they want to control the narrative. They might be trying to convince you that they did 75% of what they actually did in order for you to influence how other people view them. Or they may feel if they can get you to forgive them, then other people will come back around to them, whether it's friends or other romantic pursuits. But they view you as really important to getting control back over their own reputation. Wow, we have blaming the moon. Well, blaming the moon again, emotional projection, and lunar excuse. Oh, I'm sorry I treated you that way. It's just because I'm a Leo. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? It's just because I'm a Gemini. They're trying to like do anything but accept responsibility for the lies and charades that they put people through. Doom scrolling at 3 a.m., insomnia, internet spiral, anxiety loop. They're really frustrated because they feel like there are people on social media that are talking negatively about them. And again, they want to find a way to influence that chatter or that gossip. Hello, James. How you doing? All right, so this is the love oracle, and then after that, we're going to start on personal questions. Yeah, this is going to be somebody who's trying to convince you that they've been working on the feminine energy, that they have a greater ability to connect on an emotional level. So they want a second chance. But again, I feel like it's heavily motivated by the fact that if you forgive them, if you get close to them again, they feel like they get their power back and they're able to rebuild that roster. Hello, Petals. Tale as old as time, I guess. So they're going to make an apology. They're going to make it seem like they're really ready to do right by you. I do feel like there's going to be some tears or some talk of depression. They are also going to talk about a family life circumstance that has been really difficult, but this is all very calculated. How can I get you to look at me in a certain way where you'll give me another chance and feel like our connection is too strong to let go? Hello, Flower. How we doing today? It's almost your birthday. Aw, he still wants to talk, huh? But he left yesterday. And what do I need to know? Have I learned the things on myself? I've added that for you. Thank you, Flower. What else do we have? Conflicted. You may feel conflicted when this person comes back around. Like, man, I really thought I would never talk to them again, but they're saying some things that really make it seem like they've learned their lesson. And maybe now they're ready to do something that is a little bit more structured or stable. If this is your reading, no, don't do it. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Hello, Dracula. What's up? Hello, Suffer. What's up? Of course. Hey, Melody, would you like to clarify your comment? Because I don't think you actually know me at all. And I just want to make sure that I understand before I block you from my channel. Okay? Sound good? Did I miss anybody else? No, I don't think so. I think it's time for some personal questions, y'all. What should we use? This is the Beginner's Tarot. What did Lee's ex think about the message? What did Lee's ex think about the message? Took it as bad news. Your ex was very distracted by something else going on. It feels like there's this like diminishing of it, like whatever, I can handle that. I get whatever I want. But then after a period of time, we have some kind of like lackadaisical energy building into anger. Like, I've got to do something to put my ex in her place kind of thing. So initially, like, oh, whatever, I'll figure it out. But the more he thinks about it or thought about it, the angrier he got. I do feel like there's a desire to leverage some threats or make some threats. And there's someone who has intervened and tried to get your ex to calm down. Probably because if there are threats levied against you, that's going to be not good for the judge to hear, right? And with justice, I do feel like there is someone trying to convince your ex, like, you need to chill out because that actually sounds kind of fair, or this is just like how things go. So he's a little bit like back and forth. Chill out for a little bit, and then I get angry about it again, and I fly off the handle kind of thing. What else do we have? We have the Four of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So it feels to me like we have this burst of anger, Lee, that kind of exacerbates or grows, and then somebody brings your ex back down to reality. Like, you know that, like, why are you getting mad? That's just like how things should go, or that's how it should be. So now it's like I'm crossing my arms and angry like a teenager and like slamming my door and writing a note on the door that says, "Do not come in. No adults allowed." Because I don't know that I would classify him as an adult. So a little bit complex, but I think someone has convinced him to like calm down. All right, let's see what we've got for Flower. This is the Noisy Tarot. Hello, Leah. How are you doing today? Elwyn. Current feelings and thoughts towards me. Awesome. I've added that for you. Thank you, Leah. So for Flower, the bike instructor left yesterday. What is it that Flower needs to know about the situation, please? What does Flower need to know? Hello, Crystal. How are you doing? Leia, it'll be a short wait since there's just this one person in front of you, flower. So I would think it'd be less than 5 minutes. Knight of Cups in the reverse, King of Cups in the reverse. Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Cups. I feel like the bike instructor is dealing with a sense of depression or a deep sorrow. Is this unrelated to flower, this sorrow? Yeah, there's something that has changed in the bike instructor's life, and I don't feel like it's a good change. I feel like this is something that has been unsettling the bike instructor, and it makes the bike instructor want to like reach out for some sort of like cuddling or someone that would make him feel better. So it's like, oh no, I sprained my ankle. Will you be my nurse? I got the outfit for you and everything. You can feed me grapes. So this is somebody who wants you to take care of them. Like, I have an owie. Will you kiss it for me? Sorry. I don't think he's actually that immature, but this is like the pulling you back in and then pushing you away kind of thing. There's this desire to feel taken care of and feel like somebody is going to make everything feel better, and that's not your responsibility. Welcome back, Albert. How you doing? Hello, Marcos. What's up? Marcos, I hope you're not trying to be creepy. That's my sincerest wish. Did I say hello to Kevin? Hello, Grindhard. How you doing? Oh, Marcos, you want... Okay, you can put your request in a super chat and then I will pull cards for you, okay? And Grindhard, I hope you're having a good day. So we do have a sense of like kind of helplessness for the bike instructor here, Flower, and it's not your responsibility to be like managing this or making this an easier situation. Like you're not like, are you gonna pay me by the hour? Like, how does this work? No free labor, thank you very much. Has Flower learned what she needs to learn regarding herself? Yes, Queen of Cups. There is empowerment here. That Queen of Cups is you loving yourself and making plans for something else, being able to move forward, right? So hold your energy back. Have you ever seen a pizza that was cut into far too many pieces? You're like, Carmen, where are we going with this? That's a weird way to start. Most pizzas, if they're cut into triangles, are probably cut into 8 pieces. And if you're really going economical with it, you might, you know, cut another 4 pieces out of that, right? You, my friend, are not meant to be dissected into more pieces so that people can take what they want from you. If if this is not something that the bike instructor can handle in terms of approaching you in the right way to be able to get close to you, then you're not some like Little Caesars hot and ready. They probably don't have Little Caesars in Europe. But just to clarify, and I don't get paid for this, by the way. I have to go get some though. Little Caesars is the kind of pizza place where they literally have like warmers and you can go in, I think, I haven't been to one in forever, but you can go in and literally buy the slice. You are not a buy by the slice kind of pizza, okay? This is like you got to commit, you got to order ahead of time, you got to pay for the whole pizza, maybe even to get it delivered, okay? But if you think you can just like waltz right in and like grab you a piece of pizza with like very little planning or effort, then I think you are sorely mistaken. Like it's just not going to happen. Aw, Jesus loves you too, big book nerd. Just please remember this is not a place for recruitment, okay? um Yeah, I mean, it might be like a little congealed when you show up, depending on when they actually made the pizza. But I love their breadsticks. What are they called? Crazy bread? Is it because I'm crazy, you guys? It could be. So, yes, I feel like you've learned many a lesson and you have a greater confidence and self awareness, but don't be afraid to remind yourself every once in a while that it is okay to be stingy with your energy because you are not a little Caesars and you are not hot and ready. You might be hot, but that doesn't mean they can just waltz it, right? Of course, then. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's see what we've got for Leah. This is the Pause Tarot. Yep. It's going well. Thank you, Grind Hard. I had some leftover Thai food. And because I'm like bougie, instead of just like microwaving the leftovers, I had to take out like a pan, mix up some more sauce, and pan fry it so that the noodles will get a little bit extra charred. And it was delicious. And now my house smells good too. It's good. What else do we have? Oh, and the new candle scent is burning, and I love it. I don't like to burn the 8-ounce ones that I make for others. I make myself the 16-ounce one, so it's like, All right. Ace of Cups. No, I gotta be more intentional. Hold on, you guys. We're moving on to Leah's question. And Leah would like to know, what are Elwyn's current feelings and thoughts towards Leah? King of Pentacles. Temperance in the reverse. So we have some unsettled energy here with Temperance in the reverse. This is like, I thought things were going to be a little bit easier, but clearly they're not. So what do I have to do to make it better? So I do feel like there is some pondering. There is some like back and forth energy. Hello, Louise. How are you doing? Are my two dogs preggers? I've added that for you. Thank you, Louise. That would be a lot. Oh my. Albert, the most recent one, like the most recent batch, I called Bad Habit. It has tobacco, coffee, and leather. It's such a strange combo. I'm sorry, I don't remember who commented on my post and made that suggestion, but I was like, okay, I remember loving combining coffee and leather last year, so throwing in a little bit of leather, why not? I like it, Trilobite. Albert, if you're interested, and if you're in the United States, I don't ship internationally. Sorry, guys. But if you're interested, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description box. So this is, as far as Elwyn, there is some indecisive nature here. And with the Emperor in the reverse, we have someone who feels like I can't make a choice. So how does Elwyn view Leah? Like someone I want to be with long term, or someone who should be in my life long term? High value. But for whatever reason, Elwyn is like hiding or dismissing these feelings. 8 of Wands and the Fool. There's something else that Elwyn is focused on right now. It does kind of feel like we've got a lot going on. So it could be, like I'm overwhelmed, so I don't know how I could like deal with that situation right now. In my mind, I'm seeing like a really busy kitchen situation. Like you're cooking four different things at the same time, timers are going off, or the water is boiling. It's like I don't know how to manage everything at the same time. Is there someone else? Yeah. So there's somebody else that is capturing Elwyn's attention. So I do feel like there's a bit of avoidance. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to choose. So I'm just going to be kind of like detached right now. Yeah. So we have secretive energy. This person thinks about you, wants something long term, but is distracted and unhealed. So is there going to be some sort of pursuit of Leia? Not at this time. At this time, there is a lack of confidence or like I've got too much going on and I can't factor that in. Can't fold that into my current life. I don't see a reunion between the two of you at this point. Does he love Leia? Yes, but loving you doesn't mean that somebody is going to do right by you, because this is somebody who's distracted by something else and life in general. It's like, all right, so I was at the grocery store earlier and I was looking at the meat counter. Sorry to those of you that don't eat meat, but this is what I was doing. And I saw something that looked pretty tasty. But then I saw the price on it and I was like, I mean, you look delicious, but are you $20 delicious? I don't think so. And I found something that was like $12 instead. Like, you're out of his budget. Is there love? Yes, but I don't want to go through all that work. I got too much going on. I don't think I want to invest that much. Hello, science fiction. How are you doing? Hello, Jason. Oh, that's so great. Tell the kittens I say hello. That's amazing. All right. So this is going to be somebody who is struggling to justify coming back around. May change his mind in the future, but at this point, it looks like with the Four of Wands in the reverse, it's like he's saying you're too much work. That's too much effort to put in. So I'm just going to like stick with microwavable meals instead of getting the expensive steak. You being the expensive steak. All right, let's see what we can find out about these puppies. Are these dogs? Are they preggers? I'm going to ask two separate times because you got two of them. Do we have names of the dogs? Or should I just say dog A and dog B? Bam and Diva. Okay, so I assume those are the two. Hello, Tiana. How are you doing? So is Bam pregnant? Yes. And is Diva pregnant? Yes. I think you're right. I do feel like for one of them, there's a risk of it not going well. Would that potentially mean like losing the pregnancy? Yeah, so there could be pregnancy and then no longer pregnant, which apparently it's a lot of work, so maybe it would be a little bit of good news for you. But I do feel like there's some complications here. So, maybe it's just bad timing. Maybe the universe can tell that that's too much right now. Oh, that's all right. Hello, Mo. How are you doing? Super chat is, yeah, like you pay money for it. Did I say hello to Tiana? Hello. Anything else for Luis regarding the dogs, please? Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, be cautious because I do feel like there is a health problem here. It could be that you take the dogs to the doctor or to the vet, sorry, and the vet says this dog should really not be pregnant or carrying this to term could be a problem. So you might have to actually like vacate it. So the vet is a good person to be communicating with soon. Oh, no worries. I hope you have a good night, Flower. All right. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. Hello, Danny. How you doing? Thank you for checking out my candles. Thank you for hyping my videos if you're able